Hey Lightworkers, it's Emily from EmilyAarons.com, and this is officially a video blog number 5. I decided to do it live on my Facebook page for a couple of reasons. One, because there's always questions that people ask me about the Akashic Records, and I wanted to give people an opportunity to join me live and ask me in person. And the other reason is because I wanted to be able to connect with you. It's like instant gratification because this video is actually going to live on my blog. So EmilyAarons.com/blog. That's where I keep all of my video blogs. And while I'm not doing them every single week on Thursday, I do them somewhat regularly, and they're usually answering questions that I get all the time. Sometimes it's just channeling, sometimes it's reading cards, but generally speaking, I go with what's inspiring me that day. So, what are the Akashic Records and how can I use them? A lot of people have no idea what they are. Hi, Amy. How's it going? So I want to give a very quick overview what they are, and I also want to teach you how you can use them. Also, if you have questions about what the Akashic Records are, like going into this, just post it in, just like throw it at me. And as I'm going, feel free to interrupt and ask questions, or if I'm not making myself clear, certainly ask me, because that's why I wanted to do this live. Hi, Tammy. You may hear other noises. My dog, of course, on cue. Whenever I do Facebook Live, one of them has to come and drink water. There's some weed whacking going on, so there's all kinds of stuff happening. I'm going to try to make this as brief as possible. You know, I tend to be a little bit long-winded. And also, I will be live later today at 4 o'clock to do the card reveal, as always on Thursday. So hi, Chris. So, hi everybody who is here live with me right now, and hello to those people who are watching the replay or who will be watching it on my blog page. So, the Akashic Records, what they are is essentially, if you will imagine, a library. Imagine like the most grandiose library that ever was, and huge vaulted ceilings and dark mahogany. This is how I view it anyways. And just rows and rows of books. And each of the books, so I have actually one of my cookbooks right over here, happen to have it right here. So imagine there's like this giant book, and there's rows of this, but each of these books, this happens to be a Williams-Sonoma cookbook, which is awesome. Imagine that this book is specifically yours. It contains all of your soul lifetimes, every single one, past, present, and future. So if you were to have this book, you would literally have access to everything. Not only about like what was in your past lives or what you've been through, but also what's happening now, how you can help fix it now, and then also what's coming up in the future. So imagine what that would be like if you had access to this book. And the really cool thing is that, again, this is like all your lifetime. So for me as a healer, actually maybe I should segue into this after. It feels natural now. I'm just going to go with it. So for me as a healer, I'd like to access that book. And you can. So if you'd like to learn how to access your soul book, put a number 1 in the comments. If that at all is like, it's like stirring up curiosity in you. If you are all curious, like, how do I find my soul book? How do I read it? How do I interpret it? Can I actually access it? Any of those questions that are popping up for you right now, put a 1 in. So, and I obviously, there's a million ones. Okay, great. We're on the right path. So, the work that I do, and I know some of you are new to me, some not so much, but the work that I do one-on-one with people is called soul book editing. So what I actually have been trained to do, I'm certified in, is actually getting your soul book to come up energetically, connecting with all your highest guidance, your angels, loved ones, teachers, masters, and allowing for them to be like the interpreters or the communicators of your own soul book, and that I can read what's going on. Not only can I read and access it, but if there's a part in here that's like Oh gosh, okay, we open up to, I'm gonna open up to a recipe. This is like, I actually compare this to recipes all the time. So let's go, all right, so if you had an issue in your relationship, so just like a cookbook, you know, you have this like table of contents where it's got like all the different recipes, like, okay, there's appetizer, soup, salad. So it's almost like I'm going into your book and I'm going, okay, how do I make this different desserts? I'm going to page 354. I know I just opened right to that. Okay, so I know as a soul book editor, I know, right, Karen? I know as a soul book editor, I can ask your guidance. Let's go into the place about your business. Let's go into the place about your relationship. Let's go into family section. So basically, I'm opening the section that pertains to whatever the topic is. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope so. So when I'm accessing this particular section, so now I'm open up to desserts. Now there's like a bazillion different recipes. So of course, just like your soul book, I'm so glad I had this with me. This is like, I just happen to have this in front of me. So if I'm in your own soul book and I'm going, okay, this is about her business and she's not making enough money right now. She's telling me she's not getting clients. She's putting out offers. No one's buying them. Okay, so I can go into your soul book and go, okay, what's blocking it? What do we need to do to release this so that she can begin to sell more, she can make more money, she can connect on a deeper level, and I can start asking these questions, and that I develop this continuous dialogue. And honestly, it's literally, I'm using your guides and your angels to interpret what's happening. So through these one-on-one sessions, we're able to clear a ton of stuff away so you can fully step through as if like imagine if you see, okay, this is the classic fruit tart recipe, okay? So imagine you have this recipe, but like there's no words here. You have all the ingredients, but there's nothing there. So a lot of us, we have these grandiose ideas, and put it to if this is you. If you have these grandiose ideas in your business, I want to become a speaker, I want to help millions of people, I want to heal people, but you literally have no idea how to do that. Like, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what step one is. And you literally get stuck or overwhelmed in like this idea, but like you can't move. You can't put the wheels into motion, and you literally have no way to go forward. So if that's you, put a 2 in. That's where I can come in and help with getting the directions, because again, I'm using the energy of your guides and your highest self to bring this through. And I can tell you with like total confidence that doing this work, it gives all of my clients like all of the necessary steps in order to put the wheels in motion. So if you had access to doing this work for yourself, would that be powerful for you in your life and your business? I think so, which is why I like to talk about the soul book and the Akashic Records. So this might sound like crazy, because yes, I am certified to edit. So while you guys wouldn't be able to edit anything in your own soul book, well, I can. So that's where I come in. However, everyone has access to their own soul book. Everyone has access to the Akashic Records. There are people who will charge you hundreds of dollars to access them for you, or maybe even to teach you how to do that. And that's great. Everybody has their own programs and systems, whatever. Can you ask my guys why I'm not retired yet? Yes, you can, Kay, okay? You don't have to have a business to have Akashic Records. You don't have to have a business to have a soul book. This is just, I talk to people, Karen, who are in business. That's the main people who typically work with me are entrepreneurs. But not 100%, but basically like 90 to 95% of the people who I work with are entrepreneurs, which is why we do a lot of work in the Akashic Records, in their soul book, to pull through business work. So what I have to teach everybody is that you have access, you can do this work. While you can't edit it, you can access it. So it's massively powerful in your life. If you're concerned with spending money on psychics, or you don't have enough time to read all these different books, I actually do have a free self-guided meditation to teach you how to get into your own soul book. But what I will be offering very soon is a live version of it. So I'm literally like taking you by the hand, you and me, we go together as a group, and I take you through the step-by-step process on how to relax your body, relax your mind, get into your soul book. And I did this last September with about 40 people. And every single one of them, 100% of them, not only accessed their soul book, they connected with specific guides, and they all got answers to questions that they had asked. So if this is something that interests you, again, and it would be, again, it is great, Desiree. It is great. If this is something that interests you, I think we're on 3. Put a 3 in the comments, because I will be offering a class on this. And normally a session with me, can you share the free I would be happy to. Yes, I can definitely share that meditation. I'll share the link to this free guided, self-guided meditation in Life Made Simple, in my private group. So I'll share it into my private group. It will teach you, it's a guided meditation and actually a PDF, which has all the questions that you'd want to know for personal and business and relationships. So I've given you some questions that help you to ask better questions, because honestly, you're just an interpreter. So if you're asking like really bad questions in your soul book, you're going to get pretty bad answers. So it's very essential. Like, you cannot go into your soul book and ask like, why, like, will I be successful? Because your guidance and angels are at a very high frequency, and they'll be like, yes, of course, because you're not being specific enough. Success is like so relative. So if you ask a more specific question, which again, it's in my PDF, getting more specific questions, you can have all of that. So I will be doing a live version of this. Normally, when you do a one-on-one session with me, it's over $300. That's, again, it's personalized, it's me. I'm clearing your energy, I'm releasing things from your energy, I'm editing your soul book. We're opening up new ways for you to make money. Like, they're very intensive, but for this one class, instead of being $300 plus, it's only gonna be $33. That's it. And it's gonna be about 2 hours long. So we'll get into your soul book. I'll help you connect with your guides. I'll teach you how to get in, to ask questions, how to get out. It's super powerful. And once you've done it, you'll have a recording of it, so you can listen back if you ever want to do it again. It'll be yours for all of eternity. If this is something that interests you, again, put a 3 in. I'd be happy to teach you how to do it. And again, it's as a group, but it's really, really powerful as a group, because what happens is that we actually, as a group, when we go in energetically, it is like the energy is insane. Like, it's like nothing you've ever experienced. It is an amazing deal, Amy. Yes. So as you guys know, most of the ways that you work with me are hundreds of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars. So again, this is an amazing opportunity to get to work with me in a group environment. It's just a one-off class that I'll be teaching. But again, if you're interested in learning how to expand your intuition, if you want to learn how to access your own soul book, and again, it would cost you $33 up front, but it could potentially save you thousands of dollars on psychics and readings and all that other stuff. It is awesome, Karen. And I will say this, again, 100% of the people who have gone through this class with me have gotten full access. So it's not a problem for anybody. Literally every single person. So I'm excited to share more about it with you guys. Do you have any questions that pertain to what a soul book is and what the Akashic Records? When, Carrie, you know what? I was gonna do it this weekend, but I'm just not sure I'll be able to be able to do it this weekend. I plan to do it on a Saturday, so potentially next Saturday would be the day. So I think the 9th of June, if that's I think the 9th of June is a Saturday, and I would be doing it on a Saturday. So again, it's going to be fully recorded, so whether you can join live or you have to just catch the replay, the energy is completely integrated, and it's unbelievable. Yes, what is a soul book? I'm new to this. Okay, great question. So I talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but I'll be happy to repeat myself. So a soul book is essentially an energetic container that has all of your soul's lifetimes, past, present, and future. So I was using my ginormous Williams-Sonoma cookbook as a reference. So imagine you have this amazing book, and what it has inside of it is all of your lifetimes, past, present, and future. Okay, so you have the ability to access this to see, you know, who was my mother in our most recent past life, or what was this connection with this person. I have this, like, if you ever have like a friendship or relationship and you just like click from the beginning, like, I wonder if we were like connected in a past life before. Like, you can ask those kinds of questions. Certainly in your relationships, certainly, like I said, I work primarily with entrepreneurs. So talking about like asking questions on how you can put together new offers, new products or services, and how they'll connect with people. How do you know we live many lives? You can check that out in your soul book. You can see how many lifetimes you've lived. You can certainly ask that question. Or when was my most recent past life? You must get exhausted. I actually don't, Karen. You know, it's one thing is I'm used to holding a high container of energy. Of course, doing this work as a group, I go to a very high frequency, because not only am I channeling for this work to come through, but in the live class, I do pull up individual people and their guides and their soul book, and I help you with individual questions, which is why it ends up being about 2 hours long. Because like last class, we were talking about guardian angels, and certain angels were coming through. I was told I was a medicine. Yeah, most likely. Amy, I mean, you're a healer in this lifetime. I mean, the thing that's really interesting about our soul book is that we see that lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, the stuff that we're experiencing now, it's like history repeats itself. So you think of yourself as like a child and how you were as a child and how it kind of translates to how you are as an adult. Well, multiply that by 50, 100. And it's like, wow. And so the work that I do is that profound, where you might feel yourself being blocked by fear of being visible, being out in the public with your healing modality. Well, it could be related to something that your parents said to you as a kid, but a lot of times it relates to multiple past lives being persecuted, or being left out, or being put out somewhere, ostracized. And it's about healing all these multiple past life traumas so that you can step forward boldly and really unapologetically and open-heartedly in this lifetime. I believe what happened to us in our past lives may affect us. Oh, absolutely, Karen. Yeah. It is. It's profound. And what's interesting to me as a soul book editor is like, it's like, wow, oh my gosh, I can see these things so clearly, and it all starts to make sense. So each of my individual sessions, I have literally zero expectation and nothing, like no agenda. So when I get on the phone with my clients, I say, okay, what do you want to work on? And I take maybe a few little notes, a couple sentences, and then I just tap right in. I start channeling into their soul book and their guides, and we start open up to what's coming through. It's nothing short of miraculous to see that level of healing and shifting within such a very short window that leads to such enormous growth and like inspiration. Like my clients leave and they're like, woo! They're like set on fire. They're ready to roll. And their offers like are insanely great. So I wanted, any other questions? I do want to wrap this up because I know I really wanted to try to make this brief, even though I wanted to do it live so that there could be a possibility for you guys to ask some questions. But it sounds like everybody is very excited and interested in learning more about their soul book, about getting into their soul book and learning more about the Akashic Records. I will post my guided the free guided meditation into Life Made Simple. And for those of you who are interested in wanting to do this guided meditation with me live, I have to say it's literally night and day from the pre-recorded version. The pre-recorded version is amazing. It will get you in there, but the energy on the live version is insane. Okay? What will happen for you is you're going to be shocked at how psychic you can become. Like literally psychic in 5 minutes. It's amazing. Yes, how do we get it? I will post it. Can we change once we know the outcome? So that's a loaded question. It depends on what it is. And also through my personal sessions as a soul book editor, yes is the answer, because it depends. Well, I shouldn't say yes. It's not always a yes. We can't always change the outcome. I am fully guided by angels and your guidance. So I ask the question, can this be changed? Can this be edited? Can this be released? And there's sometimes it's a yes and sometimes it's a no. Sometimes you can release it from a current lifetime, but not from your past lifetimes. So it's very very in depth. Okay, you guys are all really excited and interested. All right, great. So I will follow up with you, I promise, with a link by tomorrow for the live class that you can join. And it will be, again, only $33. And I almost sound crazy saying this. Can you do this for kids? Yes, if they are your children. But your guidance will let you or not let you access certain information, even though they're your children. So part of this is you have full permission to access your own soul book, but you do not have permission to access another soul's soul book. So if you were like, oh, I want to check in on my boyfriend, I want to check in on my kids, that's nice, but ethically, your guides will not let you. They won't let you access somebody else's soul book information unless you have access, unless you have permission from them. So for instance, like I've read for mother-daughters or friends or business partners, and I have both of their permission. So yes, I can access both of those soul books. Does that make sense? But you can't just like hop in, go into the Akashic Records and go for like anybody's soul book that you feel like reading. It's just, you won't have access to it. Maybe too young to, yeah, it depends on your kid's age too. Like for them to do this, I would say, I would recommend this for adults or people who are on this spiritual path. I mean, for me, when I was in high school, I was into learning about angels and, you know, crystals and alternative healing. But I think even for me, that it would have been too much. I would say for adults only. Is the price the same for doing it live? That is the price for doing it live. I don't own a computer, so I'll be able to see you live on my phone. Like, yep, yeah, Karen, you will. I use Zoom. So Zoom, you can get an app for your phone, and it's super duper easy. You just upload the app, and then I'll give you the link once you register for the class, and you'll be able to hop on live. And it's kind of like a video conference, but you'll have all your video off. And then once the call is done, I will have a recording. Everyone's like, sign me up, sign me up. I'll have a recording that only the registrants will get. So you'll have access to the replay. Even if you can't make it live, again, their energy is insane, but you'll have access to the replay for all of eternity, okay, if you want it. So anyway, does anybody have any questions before I sign off? I'm actually gonna post this video right onto my blog on emilyarons.com/blog as my video blog number 5. How do I register? I will share a link to everybody. Put a 3 in. If you're interested in joining this live soul journey into your soul book live, put a 3 in the comments now. Everybody who has a 3, I will follow up and I will give you a link for you to register. And again, I think it's going to be next Saturday. But I've just got to check out my schedule first. And I will do a Saturday because I think the majority of people will be a little bit easier to work with schedules. and my energy is like insane in the morning. So I want to give you guys the best of me. And like I said, you'll have to kind of put away a couple of hours because this energy work is pretty wild. Also, I'll teach you about aftercare, because once you're in this energy, once you've done this high level of work, it takes some understanding to get down from this high energy and how to kind of integrate back into real life, and how to take care of yourself after receiving that level of energy healing. It's pretty phenomenal. So I see a bazillion threes. Thank you all for those. I will follow up with you all. Thank you all for being on live with me. I know this was a little bit impromptu. I just wanted to talk about the Akashic Records in your soul book a little bit. I will be back today at 4 p.m. to do the, hi Kim, to do the live card reveal. So if you'd like to come back at 4 p.m. Eastern, I would love to see you there. Would it be morning, lunch, or it would be morning? Yeah, Eastern time. So, or maybe even midday. I might even do midday so people on the West Coast might be able to get in as well. I'll have to play with the times, because really, ultimately, I want to be able to do it at a time that's going to be really high vibrationally for me to lead the class. And I don't know if all you guys know this, but I am expecting. So typically mornings and early afternoons are my best time energetically before my little baby starts to drain me, make me very tired. This time would suit. Yeah, like now, exactly. Lee, me too. Same Z's. So if there's anybody who knows somebody else who would be interested, please feel free to share this video now. Just hit the share button into your news feed. I'm sure people would be so excited to learn more about this and to join us in the class. And also, it's really not often that I offer something at this low of a price point. I want to be able to share with as many people as possible. And really, you know, my goal is to help people. My work here on this planet in this lifetime is to be the light so that other people can shine their light as well. And if this work can help you to shine your light a little bit brighter, I'm super excited about that. I want you to be able to share your gifts in the world. And I know being able to access your soul book will help you to feel more confident and more powerful and more ready to take on life's challenges. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate anybody who's been on, who's commented, and who's shared. I will see you later, and I'll follow up with you with the link for that class. Lots of love to you. Keep shining your light. Bye-bye.